No, Tang, that's not what happened last time.
Let me go to my journal. I just now noticed the yield list of crits. Okay, so we. What was her name? What was her name? What was her name? Charlotte wanted us to go to the watchtower a little bit away and investigate the claim of two humanoids coming out of the sea, ocean, water.
Water.
And there were two guards in the watchtower that reported that. So we go and talk to him. We met Aben? Aben or Aben?
Aben.
Aben, okay.
And Philip.
Yeah.
And Philip.
So we meet those two, and they're like, hey, spooky shit's going on. We're like, okay, cool. When's it happen? They're like, the middle of the night. Okay. So, we plan out this little, not tramp, more of a obstacle course to kind of test their intelligence. They come out of the water. Fred's bird, the owl, heard.
It is indeed an owl.
Heard his owl. Talked about how. Heard them talk about how the rations and everything we left was a waste of resources, and they started walking towards the town. We meet them a little further down, and they're like, hey, you gotta eat fish? I'm like, no. And they're like, well. Then we roll initiative, right?
That is a fair way of describing it, yeah.
They're like two weird stone guys.
Stone dudes, I think we call them.
Yeah,
Stone gents.
dudes.
Oh, gents. That's what it was, yeah.
So we fight them. While we're fighting them, we get our ass handed to us by these like invisible dudes, but not entirely invisible, just hard to spot.
The ghostly gents.
Yeah, the ghostly gents who are behind us.
Big prick is probably the better way.
We get the shit beaten out of us for a good 30 seconds, and then kill them all.
Eventually, yeah.
The stone gents, we found out, were made from some sort of transmutation magic thing, and the ghostly gents were like a distant cousin of the stone gents, because they look the same, except they were made out of some sort of necromancy magic stuff.
There was abjuration magic afoot as well.
What was that on?
The creatures were... I think that was your character, deducing that they were made somehow.
No, that was the necromancer.
Oh, that was the necromancy?
Necromancy
Okay,
transmutation.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
transmutation. Yeah, made creatures. You're right.
Yeah.
So we did all that. Went back to the guard post. We're like, hey, we're hurting. We got healed up a bit. Ate some chili. Had a good time. Sent a bird. The bird came. The bird didn't come back, but people came back and were like, hey, we're here to take you back to town. We were like, cool. We rode back to town. Snuck into someone's Varric's house.
You didn't sneak in. You're let in, more or less.
Well, yeah, but we were let in, and we were quiet about it.
You're let in with half permission. We'll say that.
Yeah, and we were gonna report to Charlotte the next day after getting some sleep. Is that everything?
I believe so. Anyone have anything else to offer?
Did you mention that the claw
Like,
was similar on the stone gents and the ghost gents.
Well, I didn't, not that one specifically, but that they were similar. I did.
Yeah, good.
The claw was what got us to figure out that they were similar.
And I believe we had 2 claws with us.
I grabbed
back,
one.
and some stone rubble. I think Kirsty grabbed one and you grabbed one.
Okay.
mess with the crabby, you get the stabby.
And anything else anyone has to offer? I think that's a no.
Hmm.
So then, you guys awaken in someone's house. Supposedly sort of Eric's, but more so his cousin's.
Real quick.
Yes.
Would it be possible, since my character only needs to rest for like 4 hours, to have like set tea to start going?
Funny you mentioned that.
No.
Okay, is the
As
tea
your
gonna kill
character
me?
finishes meditating and decides to make use of a house that is not hers, you go to the kitchen and you notice the door begins opening.
I have my gun, or my hand on my gun.
You see the figure opening the door enter. They also have a gun. And they're clad in armor
Hmm.
Oh shit.
and other sort of tabards and such. They stop when they see you. Sandra. I heard the join noise again.
It was
Discord's
Kirsty.
being- Oh. Weird. You're really quiet, by the way. Moving on, though. The figure just sort of stares at you with an eyebrow raised underneath her helmet. It's a peculiar-looking helmet.
Hmm.
It's a Soleil sort of helmet, if you know what that is.
I don't.
What the fuck is that?
Fancy helmet.
I know what it is.
It sounded like a really dumb way to say silly.
Sadly.
Here's the
It's a
best
silly
example I have for it that some of you may or may not be familiar with. Let me just open that, and yep, and then no.
Is it the
not
Dawn
that.
Guard
Just
helmet?
scroll down. No, it's not the Dawn Guard helmet.
Okay.
It's a plated helmet, if I remember.
It's a type of plated helmet. It's very specific looking.
I got a Roman clad.
Looks like that. You might
Oh,
recognize
fuck
those
yeah.
fuckers from Assassin's Creed 2.
Never played that game.
Well, that's because you're a nerd.
Wouldn't it be the
Anyways,
opposite?
though.
Anyways.
So this fig, only the helmet's the same. The rest of it I can't say. But she sort of just eyes you.
Hello. Oh wait, shit. Accent. How do I accent? You know what? I'll figure out the accent in a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Whenever Christy starts talking, you can start mimicking.
Hoity toity toy.
And who are you?
I go by Sandra, and I'm here with Varric. Do you know him?
You hear something unclick. She closes the door behind her.
Okay, I take my hand off my gun.
It comes to your attention, you didn't hear the gun click in the first place. Either she came in here armed and loaded, or she did when you didn't, and you didn't hear it.
Understandable either way, honestly. Anyways.
I'd say make yourself at home, but seems you're already doing so. Good night.
Night.
It's like 3 a.m. right now. She goes past you and up the stairs. And you hear a door close.
They're assuming who it is right now, and it's like, I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing, because there's not a way to make this better or worse for anyone, so I'm just gonna make tea.
Make tea. You make tea and sip at it, enjoy it as dawn approaches eventually.
Just
Before
fitting myself in bed.
anyone else wakes up, you see that same figure reemerge from upstairs and come downstairs. She doesn't say anything to you. She pulls off her helmet, puts it on the sort of kitchen table, walks past you, and begins making her own food, ignoring you the entire while.
This is what the people define as a cold shoulder.
Do you say that?
I'm like a stranger in our household, so no, I'm not gonna aggravate the person. I'm just gonna awkwardly sit there with the tea ready.
You just have tea there.
Yeah. If we make eye contact, I do gesture, like, go ahead.
You don't make eye contact. Ever. The rest of you eventually awaken to the smell of some nice tea. And to those of you not sleeping in the room, like I think a couple of you sleeping on the couch,
I don't remember
you
who was
awaken to
sleeping
this
where.
person making food, more like a sandwich, really, a PB&J.
Tandem was sleeping on a bedroll on the floor, so he would probably wake up.
Yeah. Then you'd see her. She doesn't seem to pay much attention to you. You just sort of awaken and see this figure making a sandwich, and you see Sandra sort of sitting at the kitchen table, sipping at her own tea.
Where was my character thrown?
I think you got the bed. I think you got one of the beds.
Oh. How
Go
kind. After my near-death experience.
Yeah, I think that was the main kicker as to why you got the bed.
How
You
many
just
beds
fall
were there?
down in the bed.
There are 4 beds.
Mm,
There are 4 beds, including Varric's. But he gave that up to one of you.
Well, I'm probably just gonna keep sleeping for a while until someone comes and gets.
The beds are situated in the same room, with the exception of Varric's. He has his own room.
Okay.
So you guys all sort of awaken one another just by the act of getting up.
Shuffly, shuffly, shuffle.
I'll
Yes, come to the
hop
living
into
room.
my armor, and then I'll have a seat at the table.
Sandra probably pours you some tea, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Pours you some tea, gets you situated for morning. Some nice Watcher's Wake tea. I don't need to spell Watcher's Wake. You guys know how to fucking spell Watcher and Wake. I hope. Unless you're like me and you didn't pass kindergarten.
I'll come down the stairs all groggy.
Okay.
Groggy. We're very tired, eh?
Apparently people just become
I'll,
really shitty cockney when they're tired. That's really weird. Well, I'm not great personally, but...
I'll turn to the new person, and I'll
She's
introduce
eating.
myself. Are you perhaps Lena, Verik's cousin?
She's like, Troy. And she nods.
Thank you for the hospitality. I hope our intrusion doesn't cause you too much trouble. I am Tanum, by the way.
Just takes another bite of her sandwich and stares at you. Then at this point, Varric gets up from his lounging spot on the couch where he slept, I guess. I don't know. And she just stares at him instead. Varric stretches. Sees his cousin. Sort of stops mid-stretch. And gives a weak smile.
Oh wait, is he not wearing a helmet?
No. Not right
Uh-oh.
now.
What does he look like without a helmet on? Because I don't think you ever described that.
Tan skin, blue eyes, dark blonde hair.
Okay.
Angular face. Handsome lad. His youth shows, though.
Hmm.
He stops Mr. H and says, "Hey, cuz." Stares. She just continues staring at him, and then he's still like frozen mid-stretch, and then he eventually goes back to normal, and goes up to you, Sandra, and reaches over and pours himself some tea. Thanks.
I just nod. Like, hey. The description, it kind of does look like that, doesn't it?
I don't know what Ramen from Men in Tights looks like off the top of my head. When I said angular face, I don't mean he has a fucking arrowhead for a chin, okay? Anyways.
Headcanon.
Whatever. Anyways.
Teamwork.
That's not young looking, that was the thing.
Yeah, no.
I hope you don't mind. I brought some guests in. She's just staring at him sullenly. And he just silently goes back to pouring his tea and looking down.
Can I get like a scale of 1 to 10 on how pissed off this person is?
Roll me your insight.
Sure. Watch me get a 4. Where's my insight? There it is. Oh, hey.
Oh shit.
She seems to have a strong resting bitch face naturally.
Hmm.
That being said, she's not particularly pleased at the new entrance that she has.
So she looks mad, and she is kind of mad.
Yes.
Wonderful. I'm just gonna be over here sipping my tea.
Yep, same.
This is awkward scenario just playing out in front of you guys.
There's no way the strangers in our house can make the situation better. So it's like, well, except for being tan and polite.
It's like being invited to your friend's house and then your friend gets in an argument with his parents.
You're just like, I'm just gonna eat dinner.
He pours a second cup and slides it over to her. With like a very weak, like, smile on his face. She takes the last bite of her sandwich. Keeps chewing. So, an awkward silence builds in the room.
Just stretching, being real loud about it.
Yeah. I'm still waking up.
Or just being generally groggy amidst this. You guys have all been woken up by one another, because you guys are a group. She finally speaks. Varric. Yeah? Between you and I, assuming we were to pay rent on this place, between the two of us, who do you think would contribute to that fictional rent more? Probably you. Interesting. So then, would you say it's perhaps impolite to, as the person that would have paid less rent, suddenly invite people over without consulting me? You rub a side of his shoulder. Might be a bit rude and sudden, I guess. Interesting. She takes a tea and sips at it in that sort of Kermit the Frog meme way, or like, it's none of my business. Just... well, we got in late, and I didn't want to take him all the way to the barracks. That's all. And our place is closer, and, you know, I just want to be, you know, hospitable, and she holds up a hand. And he stops. You're too kind, Varric. You're too kind. She sets the cup down. She gives you all a look, like a sort of appraising look.
Twiddly hand wave. Hello.
I'm sitting there pretty comfortably, resting smile. Having
As long as they're
lived a
not
mercenary.
As long as they don't plan to permanently stay, I suppose once is fine. Thanks, guys. You're the best. You're actually the best. You guys hear a click of a shotgun? Just once, cousin. Just once. Just once. How'd your mission go?
Eat winter, there will. all things considered.
I mean, a handful of us
For you
almost
to
died
say.
like 3 times, but
I mean, we could tell you about it right now if you want. She holds up a hand. I'm not on the clock right now. Save the report for someone else. Although I do encourage that you give the report quickly.
there's something happening.
She gives you a weird, like a bemused look. It's good to be timely.
Fair enough.
She sort of shoves out her arm so that her arm sort of peeks out of her sleeve a bit, looks at a watch on her wrist. And speaking of time, she reaches, grabs her helmet, puts it back on. I'll be seeing you later, all of you.
Give a nod at that, and then I turn to Sandra and be like, in all honesty, we are in a city. Something is always happening.
Hmm. I
No
just
flashy
wait.
reports.
I go over and start tidying up my bedroll, packing my shit.
She leaves, closes the door behind him. Varric. Huh? Be sure to lock the door. Got it. That could have gone better.
I mean, considering
But,
she walked into some stranger in a house making tea at like 3 in the morning, I think it went pretty
Wait,
fine.
what? You're making tea at 3 in the morning.
I was trying to be hospitable and get everything set up for everybody, and then somebody walks in.
Right.
It is a rather strange thing to be hospitable in somebody else's home. But the tea is good, I suppose. A little cold for having sat there for a few hours, but refreshing.
She would have made a fresh batch.
You would have made another batch, I
Yeah.
imagine. So, what's the plan then? Varric steps on his helmet.
Go report to Charlotte.
I had to find Charlotte first. She's always out and around town.
I have a feeling that she'll find us when she needs us.
Yeah, probably.
I'll
Tana.
send. Oh yeah, I'll send a mental note to Yuila to start looking for Charlotte. And
It's gonna be
come back
really
to me
hard
when
to
she's-
find her in the crowd of this town, just saying. Also, as you're
Okay.
packing up your bedroll and stuff, you notice something. As you're putting things away, stowing in your bag, you notice that there's a bit more, a considerable amount more space in your bag. Your cartographer's tools are missing.
He won the lottery.
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank Christ. Okay.
But yeah,
I love
Tana,
this.
you note that your cartographer's tools are missing.
You missed a really awkward, like...
Like a good hand, like
Hours of
just
awkward
I think I
silence.
captured the awkwardness of the scene very well.
yes, just
Yeah.
sitting at a table like.
Yeah.
"Hmm."
Oh, actually, there's something I need to interject now that Christy is here and able to talk. So rewind like 7 minutes. As Lena is, finishing sipping at the tea before she slips on her helmet, she sees Wise over his eyebrow
Oh, what?
and looks at Varric.
Oh. Oh,
Is that my shirt?
I forgot about
That was entirely Sandra.
I'm just like,
The other one was really bloody. That's why. So hospitality.
I don't have a back on my shirt, so I apologize.
Interesting.
Alright, I'm just gonna sink down into my chair.
Just hide yourself a bit.
Yeah.
Can I just pat Wise on the head like it's okay?
I'll get you a new one. I promise. Today. Uh huh.
Yeah, I think my old one's kind of beyond repair.
Look, giving Lena a quick glance, what would be a good color on her?
You can't tell, really.
AKA Crash doesn't want to think of one.
Well, it's more over that, like, you feel like any color would be equally good and bad on her. She does not seem the sort of person for fashion. That dress shirt that she owns seems very out of place.
Black
Given
it
her
is.
military attire she's dressed in right now.
Black it is.
There you go.
So someone gifted her a shirt, and she's like, "Oh, this is wonderful," and just put it in a chest and never wore it.
That's a lot of words for a thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, so fast forward 7 minutes, and now Lena's gone again. So, let's see.
I would not put it past a person to rummage through a chest were it not locked and under key, and the key is on my person. So, has anybody seen my cartographer's tools, and do they know how they went missing from a locked chest?
Oh, so it's your chest that got nicked, did it?
No, the chest is right
chest.
here.
The stuff inside the chest.
You lift the chest and you notice it's significantly lighter.
Oh. Okay.
I could locate object for you.
There's only one key to it, right? Vergas.
I pull it out. This one.
Look, any signs of tampering in it? Someone break open the lock,
I'll have a look.
shimmy it. Roll investigation. Examining with advantage, with your own for your own lock that you are investigating. $16. Ah, seems untampered.
Not that I can tell, no.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are ready to have a different sort of adventure today, then.
Why? What's happening?
We're gonna have to talk to Abe.
Who?
Abe.
Well, this is
Well-
gonna be a fun
Who
day.
was that again?
The fellow that steals all the shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, alright. Thank you.
Abe.
Should we like leave our stuff? No, it doesn't make a difference because we leave our stuff here. It seems like he has
Better-
easy access to it.
Better pack some armor just in case.
I advise you to not leave anything behind here right now, especially given Verik's cousin's departure.
Hmm.
Yeah, she won't nick your stuff or anything.
That is not my meaning. My meaning is that if you were to leave things behind and she were to come home, that would not be advantageous for you or us.
He shrugs, non-committally. It'd be fine. Okay, so I think first we should go find your stuff.
I do not take kindly to thievery.
To Abe, it's not thievery, because he doesn't recognize ownership.
He will recognize a feast, I'm sure.
I would be very careful of that. You don't want to... And he just taps his rifle. Get caught in a trap. Abe's like that. You'll see when we meet him.
This is going to be a wonderful afternoon. Morning.
Very
Beck.
cheerful.
Alright. So, Varric pulls out a pocket watch. Alright, close it. Puts it away. We can accomplish a lot of things with one stone. I still need flowers, we need to find out where Charlotte is, and we need to find where Abe is. You can pay for a pocket watch, nerd.
How much would that cost?
150 gold.
That's a pretty penny.
Ooh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyways. There's a, what should you call it, a cafe? Diner? Whatever. Most where people stop by to get some breakfast. Just down the street a bit. And if he's the idiot that I still think he is, one of my friends is going to be there. And he can find a bunch of information for us. So, you guys ready to head out?
Yes.
Yep.
I sling my
Right?
chest
Yep.
over my shoulder, have my backpack strapped to my back.
Hmm.
Alright, don't leave anything here. Or do. I don't really mind either way. We can get something other than tea and us while we're there too. He opens the door. You guys shuffle out, and he closes it and locks it, puts the key away, his house key away. And you guys begin walking through the busy streets of early morning. And I am going to change the music.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll have you, Willa, come sit on my shoulder again. A nap. She's been up all night.
Indeed.
I have a big chest on one shoulder and a sleeping owl on the other.
To anyone walking past you, it's quite the sight. So, play this. Beats on.
Oh, that's
So,
Huh.